Whatever our wishes to the contrary, we're all examples. For better or worse, in good times and bad, positive or negative, we all end up being an example to someone. Few modern men can serve as better examples to us than those who died defending the Alamo on March 6th, 1836. I'm Michael Quinn Sullivan with a reflection on life and liberty. William Travis and his men decided they would not give up the Alamo. It would be for them personally what the drive for independence was for all of Texas. Victory or death. It was understood that everyone in the Alamo would die without an unconditional surrender. Let's be clear, once the siege began, there was not much of a chance for them to win without quick and overwhelming aid. The defenders were a ragtag bunch just shy of 200 men facing the mightiest military power in the Western Hemisphere under the command of Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. Too often, we attempt to engineer success when what is required of us is faithfulness. Travis, Bowie, Crockett, and the others at the Alamo certainly had no death wish, but they also understood the importance of being faithful to their mission. They understood the importance of being faithful to the cause of Texas and liberty. And, yes, faithfulness even when facing death at the end of a Mexican cannon, rifle, or bayonet. That happened in the early hours of March 6, 1836. Those men died, but the cause of liberty bloomed. When our Texas forefathers shouted, "Remember the Alamo," in the battles that followed, they didn't exactly mean the place. They meant the men. They meant how those men approached life and death. And they meant how those men did so faithfully and with honor. Perhaps Texas' War of Independence would have gone differently if, rather than putting the garrison to the sword, Santa Anna had merely taken them prisoner. Perhaps, were it not for the barbarism, the loss of the Alamo would have dampened Texan spirits rather than fueled their passion. But that's not how things unfolded, of course. The blood-soaked grounds of the Alamo became a hallowed symbol of Texas liberty. Most of those Alamo defenders would have otherwise faded into the mist of history. Instead, because of their final choices, they became something more. Those flawed, common men became heroes of a fledgling republic. Not only did their death give birth to a nation, but the way they faced their final hours provides for us, even today, a model for honorable action. Most of us aren't called to man the walls of an old church outnumbered by superior forces, but all of us are called to face a hostile world. How we respond is our choice. We can surrender. We can cower. We can slink quietly into silence. We can be that example. Or we can follow the example of William Travis, David Crockett, James Bowie, and the other men at the Alamo. We can choose each day to stand and fight, faithful to the end, whatever that end may be. Let us do more than just remember the Alamo. Let us, like those men, choose to be honorable examples for those around us. The Reflections Podcast is presented by Texas Scorecard. I hope you'll subscribe to the podcast, rate it, and recommend it to your friends. I'm Michael Quinn Sullivan. Thanks for listening.